So we're getting ready to shear 25 alpacas. We thought we'd show you the herd one last time. And here's a close-up of Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. Well, today is the day that we're planning on shearing, but we got a really wonderful rain last night. So the alpacas are a little bit wet. They do have shelter, but apparently they are enjoying the rain a little bit. So we're just gonna wait a little bit. The sun came out. I'm gonna go for a run. Maria's gonna cut some grass for them, and I think in an hour or so we'll be able to start. We're gonna get our first alpaca, and it's Martha's first shearing. And I think she's gonna be a big helper. Okay, we're gonna start with Michael. Esther, come here. You happy about this? Ruthie has a calming presence. You're such a good girl, Ruthie. I choose to hand shear without a motor because it's less stress for the animals and it's just a very peaceful time for all of us. Yay! Just doing some reinforcements because the chute is getting a little wobbly over these last 19 years, 18. And we really noticed it on the last alpaca that it was getting a little wobbly. So I can already tell adding screws is helping a lot. If you're hearing lots of growling, it's his Goliath, and he's protecting his bone from the other dogs. This is very important to him. And it seems like every time we film, you hear a dog barking. And that's what's going on. Yeah. Mommy can touch the bone, but he doesn't want the other guardians by it. Time for a snack break. You want to help? Good boy. You're done. You're finished. There's your brother Michael. So I don't know if some of you guys might remember Swingley, but right where he is standing, we thought he died about 4 years ago when he was a baby. He was a little cria and he just stopped breathing. Maria and I were at the garden area. It was a hot day and I put a cold hose on him and that got him back up. Swingley actually got the name Swingley because I had to swing him at birth. He was not breathing. It might have been the suffocant was not on his lungs yet, but he had a rough several first days where he had high fever and we just kept thinking we were going to lose him. He's our miracle boy for sure. Guardians are gonna bark because above our head is the big bird. Anyways, we carried him up to, he started breathing again. I carried him up to the alpaca pen that night, and after several days of him fighting for his life, I really thought he was gone. I just laid him down and started doing chores, and Maria stayed around him, and I said, is he gone now? He goes, no, he's still kind of breathing. Long story short, he made it. We asked for prayers online, and people prayed around the world. I'm not kidding. I couldn't believe how many people shared it. And I stayed up with him that night, and I got a bottle and just let it drip down his neck. He couldn't suck. I also gave him an antibiotic, LA-200, and in the morning he just got up and he was good. And his mom, Lorraine, was so happy. They were pronking around. That's like a mule deer, and she started nursing him. He is a miracle. Where'd he go? Hey, miracle boy. There he is. He is so strong now. You're the last one of the day. So we got a slow start to shearing today because the alpacas were wet in the morning, and we sheared Lorraine's family. So that would be Lorraine, Caspian, and their 3 sons. So I'm getting ready to take today's packages down, but I can see the road is all shiny, and they just put magnesium chloride down. I normally run to the mailbox with Solomon and Martha. They absolutely love to mail packages, but seeing what this does to vehicles, I'm definitely not going to let them run down there and get magnesium chloride on their paws. So I'm gonna have to make the trip alone today with my running shoes on, protecting my own feet. So while I run packages down, Maria is cutting the grass on the other side of our fence, which she brings up to the animals, and they'll get that tonight. And she gets all the way down to the road each year, sometimes twice, and all the way up on this side of the road. So in addition to feeding the animals, watering the trees, and doing things we need to do, there's several non-negotiables that we do no matter what we're doing. And one is I run every day, and the guardians run with me. So I'm gonna go for a barefoot run, and they're all barefoot. The only difference is we have to keep the alpacas in because they're easier to catch and we get shearing done faster. So we're gonna let them out, shut the gates, go for a run, and then I'll bring them back in and shut the gates. Let's go! So when rubber soles came out, I think it was in the 1960s, we stopped being connected to the earth, and it's not healthy. You keep a charge in your body. It can be really high too. And so when you're barefoot, you're more natural again, and you're absorbing the negative electrons, and it's just so much healthier. You can't have inflammation or any of those inflammation related diseases, which end in IS, like arthritis, colitis. There's so many. So anyways, I love to go barefoot. So in addition to shearing, we need to water the trees. We added the last few years, we've added about 34 new trees. They still need watered every other day, and today is a day they need watered. This here we call Big Daddy, and he's been here, this is going on his 3rd year, I think, and he's budding out. They're all doing incredible, and they're just providing so much peace and happiness and privacy. We love them. They're fenced off so the alpacas and horses don't eat them and rub against them. So we have this table with our stuff on it, and I like to take some, we call it horse flex wrap. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a flexible tape that only sticks to itself. And I like to put 5 of them on there where the scissors sit, so I don't get any blisters or anything. And then I wear an alpaca glove. And I never do get blisters, and my hands do not get tired. So it works for me. And the reason we like to use scissors, and we have tried electric over the last 19 years, is it's quieter, I get a better cut, and I like it. And it's less stress for the animals. Less stress for all of us. And it's safer, I feel, for the animals. I have not cut anybody, not nicked anybody, so nobody gets hurt. And we put Maria puts little numbers on it, like this is 1, this is 2. And then as I'm shearing, if I'm like, these need sharpened, I'll just give her scissors, she'll sharpen it. And that's how we keep track of what's sharp and what isn't. And then we have more here if we need them. What are you saying? Want to get your face in the camera? You have a tick. Let me see. Oh, you do. There's a tick by his eye. Let me get it off. If your dog ever does go paralyzed suddenly, they could just have tick paralysis, and you get the tick off and they'll be okay. We've had that happen to an alpaca one time. It was a wagon box walker. He's like 18. One day he just went paralyzed, and he had a tick on him. And I got the tick off. The next morning he was just fine. I mean, he went totally paralyzed where he could not get up or move. We're going to go get Freedom wings. I can't believe she is the only one in the runway. And that was our plan, was to get her. And we did not put her there. We're gonna let her go because we shut the gate down there. So this should be an easy catch. Maria is the best alpaca catcher. I should be helping, but I'm gonna try to film. Okay, we're gonna get that next. First we catch. I think Freedom might be an easy catch. Okay, then I come along with the halter. So I need both hands, but basically these just have a little buckle right there, and it goes over their nose. You don't want to put it too far on the end of their nose because they have a spot they need to breathe there, and it does not have a bone, so you have to make sure the halter is way back. Oh, I think Martha wants to help Maria.
You want help?
She knows the word help me.
Help me.
Oh. Okay.
Let's go.
There's a kitty in the catio. And this is Princess Theodora, who was formerly a wild kitty. We made this catio out of steel screens. Oh, there she goes. It's hard to get her. There she is. Hi. Freedom was born on 4th of July, so that's why we gave her a patriotic name. And I like to start with the head, on top of the head, and then I just move on down the neck, and that's secondary fiber. And then this is primary fiber, which is where a blanket would sit, so I'll do that next. And then I'll get the legs and the tail, which is secondary fiber. And Maria sorts it all out, which is really nice. I just let it fall in there or fall on the ground. So Freedom is the mom to Daniel, Lily Pearl, and Moonflower. And they're all super sweet, and they all have a lot of hair. They are big alpacas. Next we're gonna go with Freedom's son, Daniel. You wanna help me get Daniel? Hi, Daniel. Daniel's not used to wearing a halter too often. He comes and goes how he wants from the house. He's one of our house alpacas that show up usually once a day. There's a video that we made of me making a shawl, a poncho from Daniel's fiber. We'll put that on the screen here in case you want to check it out. You want to go get a haircut? I call him Daniel, my love. Daniel. Jump up. All the way up. Alright, so what we do is we tie him on both sides so he's kind of like cross-tied. Step up a little bit more. If I can get that out easy if I need to. Oh, you're so tall, Daniel. Then we put these down too. So in case an alpaca would lay down, then they'd kind of just be like laying in a hammock, and we can continue to shear. Over the years I have cut through some of these ropes by accident. There. I don't think Daniel's going to try to lay down. And so far, we really haven't had one this year try to lay down yet. All right, let's get started. Daniel loves peppermints. And these are a horse treat, so it's not a candy peppermint, but it's the plant peppermint with alfalfa. And he said, this is a pretty good deal. If I could have some peppermints while you're shearing me. There you go. Now have a nice summer. Have a nice summer, huh? Esther. Isn't that funny? Ain't a Barnabas. Isn't that funny? You want to come with me? Okay. David wants to come to get Lily Pearl. Let's go. You happy about this? I'm coming. Let's go get Lily Pearl. Hi, Jen. Hi. Good girl. You want that now? Oh, you want them both? Okay. Silly babies. You just silly. Good girl. Maybe a little more off that one. Maybe a little more off that one. Good girl. You're so good, Lily. I think you're about out here. We'll give her a shot. I'm just going to end with your yearly shot. Sorry about that. She's such a good girl. Doesn't seem fair. Now, do you want a peppermint? Oh, good. I'm still her friend. Okay, we're going to get you out of here. You're going to back right up. Oh, do you want one too? Good girl. Go find your mommy. Go find her mommy. Good boy, Daniel. Want to help me? Okay. Go. Good girl. Good girl. All the way to the chute. Girl, Martha's been watching and she knows. Okay, let go. Okay, here we go. Into the chute. Good girl. Thank you, Martha and Moonflower. I wanted to show you something. This is my bad. I forgot to get the right peppermints. Well, we've had the wrong kind for a long time. I forgot to get peppermints. And they're very picky about what kind. Most of them do not like this brand. Look how good she's being. Really, everyone has been really good. Let me get you out of there. There you go. You're free. There's your mom and your brother and sister. Okay, well, we didn't have to go too far. There's a bunch of alpacas in the backyard. Right now they have access to their pen, the runway, and the backyard. Esther! Hi! Hey, Vivian. You're just the sweetest little thing. We'll try to get you out of here quick, okay? Vivian is a rescue, and she's been here for quite a while, actually. Maybe like 10 years now. Yeah. You're such a good girl. It's okay. Okay.
Did you see Spirit with his haircut? Did you see that? Oh my gosh.
Let's get Labriska. This is the part we have to make sure we pull way up. See how it's kind of blocking the airway? Of course, we weren't going to keep it that way. We call her Breeberkins too. They all have nicknames. Labriska, our good friend. Yay! We're coming up. We're coming up to feed everybody. Okay? You want to wait for us? All right. Labriska. She came back down. You're going to wait for us to come up to do chores, huh? Okay. Another thing I do every single day, no matter what, is a 2-minute cold plunge in the morning, and I'm on day something like 430 consecutive straight, and that's including the winter time, going outside and doing this. Okay, another thing we decided to put in this video is another non-negotiable, and that is every other day I do a weight workout. And the reason I put this in here is because this is why I feel like we could do things like shearing and not get tired and get our firewood. To me, it's a choice. Like, I'm really thankful that I'm healthy, but I also know I have a choice to stay strong. So this takes about half an hour every other morning. And so I started off with the Bulgarian squats, then I did some weight workouts with free weights, and now I do this ladder that I call it with the bench press. So I work on my legs, and I'll put it up on the screen here. And also, if God chooses to keep me here till I'm like 100 or beyond, who knows, I want to be strong and independent where I don't maybe need a caregiver to help me eat and do basic things and go shopping and live the way I want to. So I feel like it's my responsibility to stay strong and healthy and eat right and do all the things in this body that I was given. Also, I put this in there so maybe it'll motivate somebody to know that as we get older, you do not have to lose muscle, but you do need to do resistance training to keep it. Also, in addition to needing endurance to do farm work sometimes all day, especially if you're bringing in hay, sometimes animals weigh a lot and they need lifted. So that's another reason I like to stay strong, so that I can be a good animal shepherd. And finally, before we get to the first alpaca of the day, that day I end with deadlifts, 125 pounds times 10. I've been doing those other bench press kind of things and free weights for most of my life, but this deadlifting is brand new to me. And right now I'm just doing my body weight. I hope to get a lot stronger here. Oh, come on, you want to help? You gotta help with this one. Okay, ready? Come on. He just doesn't know how to walk on a halter yet. Come on. If you walk, then we don't pull. Come on, Geronimo. Oh, there's a patchy. How nice. Okay, he's getting it. Now he gets it. Okay, here we go. Come on, Geronimo. Come on. It's okay. I know, scary. Oh, then you go all ready for summer. You're okay. You're going to go free and we're going to get here. Huh? There we go. There we go. Good boy. What are you guys saying to each other? Barnabas. There you go. Good boy. Come on, Tony. Then a surprise came from the UPS truck from a friend and supporter of all kinds of treats for the animals. You think this is all for you? All right, guys. Let me finish shearing Tony, then we'll open that, okay? Looks like it's for the guardians. Treats for the guardians, but we gotta get him out of the chute first. So, come on, Tony. Good boy. I'll let you up here. We had an opportunity we weren't planning on to get Blessing, so we forgot to film it because meanwhile, while I was getting Blessing, Maria was getting Smokey. So we got Smokey, we got Blessing in the chute, and we think she'll stand up. We kind of pulled her in and she went down, but this is really good for her. So we're gonna try to hurry up, get you sheared, and we'll get Smokey sheared and you guys will be on your way, okay? Good girl, now we gotta get your little Smokey, okay? Come on, Smokey, here's your mom. Here's your mommy. Oh, Smokey. There we go. Yay! Go find your mom. Oh, he's gonna get a drink right away. She's making clicking sounds. So they know they found each other. Take you to the backyard. And the next morning before my run is ab day. Hey, hi Gigi. Hey. Just sheared Summer Rain. She was awesome. She's just so gentle. But we put this piece of rubber in here. We've never tried that, but Maria and I are thinking it may help because some of the alpacas don't come in the house. There are some that are not used to like a wood floor. Most of them are not nervous, but there are some. And Johnny's coming up, and he is probably the most nervous of all. So we're gonna do him last, but we'll see how this rubber works. You guys remember Theodore and his voice? You in there, Peppermint? Good boy. Come on. Hey, hi. Good boy. Want to back up, Cash? You're You're done. We just set a record thanks to Cash's help of 25 minutes, 55 seconds, including shearing, nails, and his vaccine. Yeah, that's the all time. All right. He's real fidgety about just being caught and getting loose. Other than that, he just was really stood pretty still. Okay, so we think Johnny is next. We were going to leave him for last. We have just 3 alpacas to go, and he's one of them. And the reason is because Johnny is so strong and he can get very scared, and it is kind of scary. And he'll try to, all of a sudden he'll crouch down, he'll try to leap out and jump into this. So we put this screen here, and we hope a visual and having it there will help him not want to go that way. We also are going to use this over the top. He was going to be last, but he followed Cash into the runway. So he's like perfectly caught, because he can be tough to catch too. And he's very friendly. He takes peppermints from us and all that. But if he gets scared, he just knows like he's strong. And that's what he'll use to get out of the situation. So we're probably not going to film because we really need to get this done without any distractions, worrying about filming or anything else. So if we're still on video and you see this, we made it. And everything we're using is cuttable. Like if there was an emergency and this whole thing flipped over, hopefully not, or something happened, there is nothing that we couldn't just cut him loose really quickly. So I like that this isn't all made of metal and wires and chains or something like that, because we can get him out quick. All right, so we're gonna go get him. All right, so he was trying to go through the hole just now, but Maria made it just in time to cover the hole. All right, so if we could get him this way, it's a better way to catch him. All right, I'm gonna stop filming.
Go on.
Okay, we purposely made this runway to get smaller as it goes down when we designed it. Oh, here comes Dark Eagle. That's okay. And so then it's a catch pen. Okay, we got him. Okay. Yay, Dark Eagle, you're coming with them. That's nice. He's a very good walker. He's not a spitter, and he doesn't roll and try to get out. He's just a very powerful kicker and jumper. But not today, right? We caught him in here, and it could not have gone better, and he's actually eating peppermints. We're just thanking God, because we did pray before we did this. He's so good. I'm so proud of you. Honey, you're so good. 42 minutes. Let's give you a little shot. Sorry, honey. I'm sorry. You're good to go. 42 minutes. And he was awesome. Let's give you one more peppermint. Wow. What a good boy. You are about out of here. I think the rubber helped. I think the screen helped. I think praying helped. Johnny helped. Thank you, Johnny. Oh boy, Dave. We put the other guardians in and just let Dave out because we didn't want any distractions at all in any way, shape, or form. You get that off? Oh, here comes your friends. Here comes your friends. Hold on. There you go. And that's Theodore in front of him.
Ready?
They don't know the gate's open. Show them, Lex. Go on in.
Such a good girl.
We finished with the 25th alpaca, the last one, 18-year-old wagon box walker. You're done. Let's go. So we started with a half day, 2 full days, and ended with a half day. So we're saying that is 3 days it took us to shear these 25 beautiful and sweet alpacas. Good job, guys. We ended up collecting 163 pounds of fiber and 7 ounces, and that fiber is in their individual bins, separated by the blanket fiber and the neck and leg fiber. And what we'll do with it is we make things year-round. So mainly with the neck and leg fiber, also called the secondary fiber, with that fiber it will mostly become dryer balls and pan handles that you hold pans with, and felted soaps, possibly some ropes and things like that. Now for the very soft blanket fiber, we will spin and weave scarves and crochet hats and all kinds of different wonderful things. In addition to the products made from our alpacas, we also sell all kinds of products made from other manufacturers and from a USA co-op, such as socks and hats. If you're interested in buying any of these things, check out our store. Our farm store is online at bhmalpacas.com. We ship out every single day. Mainly, we keep in business by our online store. We also go to events, but our main thing is online sales. So feel free to check us out, and we really hope you guys enjoyed this. Hi, Goliath. Martha.